Hello.
Hello.
I went first.
Oh my God, you broke it.
Oh my God.
Welcome back.
We're panicking.
To Wheel Takes, a podcast that is about the Wheel of Time. Ali, scoot over a little bit. The series of books. Hi, good to see you.
Are you okay?
I just wanted you to be closer to me.
You're so sweaty.
Yes. A series of books that's about the Wheel of Time, which is books that are a podcast. Welcome to the Wheel Time. Welcome to Wheel Takes.
Are you okay?
A podcast that is about the Wheel of Time, a series of fantasy novels written by Robert Jordan and finished by Brandon Sanderson.
Which one of my four parents have caused this?
I am Gus. I have read all of them.
I'm Ali. And today, Gus and I are experiencing humanness.
Huh?
We're human today.
Yes. No person caused this. The hour and a half I just spent troubleshooting a very simple tech problem, among other things, caused
So
this.
my dad caused this.
Technically, yes. But it's not his fault.
Gus is a sweet angel, and when he comes to visit, we're with my family, which includes 4 parents and many siblings and at least 4 dogs. Everyone seems to want him to help with
Which
things.
I'm always down for. It's just sometimes the things all happen at the same time.
And now Gus looks very frazzled.
This podcast only contains spoilers for... I'm Gus. I've read every Wheel of Time book.
And I'm Ali, and I am a first-time reader on book 9.
Yeah.
Chapter 27.
Yes.
I did that by myself.
I'm so proud of you. This podcast only contains spoilers for what Ali's already read. Again, today, that's everything up to and including Chapter 27 of Winter's Heart. Ali.
Yeah?
How are you?
I'm very tired.
Yes. We do have several people to thank, but we're also running on battery power on my laptop.
Yeah.
And
Gus
we need to finish this.
Bring his charger in
from
between
the other, yes.
in between my 2 separate divorced parents' houses. So we're running against time. So we will thank you.
You are all amazing,
people.
and we appreciate you, and we will thank you next episode.
We love you.
Ali,
Yeah.
This is my big money question for you.
What?
Big ticket item.
Where did we leave off?
Where the fuck did we leave off?
In the interest of the fact that we only have limited battery power, I have
Yes.
no fucking idea.
Bonds.
What?
Bond them.
Bond them?
Min chapter. Min Rand. Varen doing the thing. Whoa, I'm not pull the cup, but no, I didn't do it. I thought about it, but I didn't. Whoa.
Okay, that I get.
Got him.
Yeah, so she decided not to poison
That's
Cat's
where we
wig,
left off.
which led to my Varen theory.
It did. It was very exciting. Very exciting. If I had a soundboard,
You're
I'd
pumpkin.
play a drum thing, but I don't because that's at home.
Gus and I are at my parents'
And I can't, that thing's big.
multiple homes.
Okay, Ali. Here we go.
We're just doing really quickly.
Yes.
So the thing about having divorced parents that live in the same tiny town is that you go back and forth between 2 sets of parents, but there's no consistency between these 2 houses as to when these people get up and when they go to bed.
Not even a
Not
little
even
bit.
a little bit. No, because that would make things simple. We love our parents, like my parents, an unbelievable amount. It's just a lot. So, and you forget chargers at some people's houses, and you have the recording equipment at other people's houses, and you have to wait until your parents who go to bed go to bed.
8 o'clock, go to bed, so you can go back to where the recording setup was, but forget your charger.
It's a lot.
This is perfectly on brand for us, and I love this.
Yeah.
I'm having a great time.
Chaos.
We're gonna pick it up nice and easy here with chapter 26.
Yeah.
Expectation.
Yeah.
Expectation. Ali,
Yes.
What is your expectation for this episode? Will it be coherent?
No.
How much time will we actually spend talking about these chapters?
I think like 10 minutes.
Probably about 10 minutes total. If you were looking forward to an exciting discussion of the succession plot, honest to God, it might happen. That kind of fucking randomly happens sometimes. Ali, this is the chapter logo for Expectation. I don't have the book either. I'm doing this off my Kobo. What is the logo?
This podcast is brought to you by Kobo.
It's not.
Kobo.
Unless you got an ad for Kobo, that'd be fucking cool.
Reading an ebook is still reading.
Yeah, it
Kobo.
is. So is listening to an audiobook.
Yeah.
What is the logo? Is what I was asking you.
It's a wheel.
It's a wheel.
Just the general wheel.
Ali, do you have notes?
No.
No. Okay, chapter 26. Expectation. Elayne chapter. How's she?
She's fine. She's
having-
a little irked.
Yeah, what's she irked by?
Well, okay, here's what I'm irked by. Millar, what's his face?
Yeah,
David Hamlin.
yes. Who?
Who keeps leering at her. The fact that she has him as her captain of the guard when there's like a bunch of qualified women and he's like, you know, a walking Me Too is frustrating and makes me furious.
Now, the argument has been made
No.
that she's wise to his ways and that she knows he's up to no good, and that's why she's keeping him close.
Does she have to make him the captain though?
Well, I mean,
Over all the qualified women? She's
Yeah.
like, okay, here's a dirtbag. So instead of imprisoning him, where I can keep an eye on him, I'm going to make him captain of the guard, the most important person in my safety, other than my fucking warder and the stabby girl who I say is my sister.
also the person who has implicit power over the entire Queen's Guard that is made up of
Mostly women,
all women except him.
which is really upsetting and triggering as a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate it.
I don't like him.
I hate it.
I also, like, I know she's like, something might be kind of up with him. I'm not sure. But it is also, you know, she gives it the
this man,
also,
man deserves jail.
what's the rumor that's going on right now? What's the haps?
That he's the father of her child.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that would be my assumption, maybe, as like someone walking around being like, I'm more qualified than him, and he's a walking Me Too, but he got promoted over me just because he saved some chickadee's life. When, you know, I've been tasked with keeping her alive, and she, you know, hasn't been assassinated so far. My assumption would be probably that there's some nepotism involved, and by nepotism I mean fucking.
Yeah. So we're gonna get to that fucking guy in a minute.
We hate him.
But first, we're gonna talk about chapter 26, the first part of it. Walking across the brown-grassed village green of Emmonsfield with Egwene, Elayne felt saddened by the changes. Egwene seemed stunned by them. When she first appeared in Telyran Riad, a long braid had dangled down Egwene's back, and she was in a plain woolen dress of all things, with stout shoes peeking out beneath her dress as she walked.
Yeah, Elayne, she didn't come from the 1%.
Elayne supposed it was the sort of clothing she'd worn when she lived in the Two Rivers.
Yeah, Elayne, she was a farmer.
So...
Well, I know she was the daughter of the innkeeper, but still,
The-
she's Little Miss 88%.
What's going on with Emmonsfield?
It's blowing up.
It's popping.
It's popping. There's like commerce, there's refugees, there's immigrants who are the backbone of all great progress.
Indeed. There's stone-roofed houses, there's tile, there's paved streets, unworn
because
paved
we're not
streets.
just using like old what's-his-face for thatching anymore.
Yeah, Senbui.
Senbui, the like one thatcher. Now there's like, you know, actual competition.
Yeah. And there's like all these cool things from other nations, and they look around for like many, many pages. And there's a battle, a massive marble shaft carved all over with names stood in the middle of the green. A big old dick.
A big old
carved
dig
with
in the middle
names
of the green.
stood in the middle of the green, and two tall flagpoles on stone bases. A battle monument, she murmured. Who could imagine such a thing in Emmons Field?
Oh, now I feel bad calling it a dick.
Though Moiraine said that once a great battle was fought on this spot, in the Trolloc Wars, when Manetheren died, and Moiraine busts out from behind the veil and is like, let me tell you all about Manetheren.
Let me tell you the longest story possible. No, but it's a monument to the Battle of the Two Rivers, right? It was the battle,
Yes.
the monument to the people who died. So no, it wasn't for the Manetheren battle that happened forever ago, you silly bench.
I mean, she knows about that. She's just like, damn, it's crazy. She's like, this is fucking wild. This is not, I mean, you would not have, and to be fair, if you went back to the town you grew up in and there was like, hey, we fought off monsters here. Here are all the people who died. Wouldn't you also be like, well, shit, it's cool.
I mean, in the world we're currently living in, I kind of feel like, yeah, all right, that makes sense.
And Elayne is like, there's some flagpoles here. I wonder what's going on with that. And then the banners kind of ripple in and out. And one of them, A red eagle flying across a field of blue. Not a red eagle, the red eagle. Once, visiting this place with Nynaeve and Talyra and Riyadh, she'd thought she glimpsed it. She decided she must be mistaken. She loved Rand, but if someone in the place he grew up was trying to raise Manetheren from its ancient grave, she would have to take cognizance, however much it pained him. That banner and that name still carried enough power to threaten Andor.
She's like, I'm a murder parent.
I mean, that does seem to be what she's suggesting.
I'm going to have to cognizantly murder Rand's best friend.
She does seem to think that this could be signs of treason or rebellion.
Oh,
remember
stop.
what broke?
They didn't even know you were their queen.
You remember what broke Morghese out of her stupor? This very banner.
Oh, stop being
So apparently,
silly.
when it comes to Trollicords slavening across the Westlands, I sleep. Flag, real shit.
Flag. What the
fuck? The fuck is this?
fuck? I just woke up from my slumber.
Is it fair? A little bit?
No.
Oh, really?
They haven't sent a tax collector there in 45,000 years.
That's true.
You snooze, you lose.
That's true.
They don't even know they're part of Andor.
Now, we are with Egwene.
That's a failure of
Everything.
governance.
Now, we are with Egwene. How's the siege? How's it going? Do we get an update on the siege?
No,
What?
because this is like before
This
they
is
left.
the day before the end
I'm
of
going
Path
to
of Daggers.
like literally shit myself. Like I am. Anyway,
Aren't you excited for the siege?
Yes.
I'm excited for the
I'm
siege.
really excited for the siege.
It starts tomorrow.
I'm going to literally crap my pants.
So they, what do they talk about?
I don't remember. This is so bad. I do not remember.
They honestly don't talk about much.
What?
They just kind of like check in and they talk about, hey, how you doing? I'm good. How you doing? I'm good.
I'm good. I'm not
hope-
sieging yet.
They hug
The one thing
another.
we want an update on.
And they're like, oh, people are gonna die because of what we do. It's real shit.
But I wish I could hear about any
and
of it.
it is real shit. But yes, I wish we could hear about it. She goes, Elayne, if Rand comes to you again, you must let me know what he says. Rand, nope.
Mr. Fourth Wife over here.
Whether he gives you any clue what he means to do or where he means to go. And Elayne is like, I can tell you where he went, but...
I can tell you that Gawain comes to me pretty regularly.
This is... Yeah, so Elayne goes, I'll tell you whatever I can, Egwene. And she's like, well, So yeah, they talk about Rand. Egwene is like, I got some bad feelings about him. I don't know what's going on with this dude. I hear he's chaining Aes Sedai like Damani. That's upsetting. Is that happening?
No.
I mean, it's not happening, but it's not happening. Because he is making them swear fealty to him.
Yeah.
But
that's not chaining them.
no, it's not.
I mean,
who is...
Egwene also made everybody swear fealty to him.
Who is chaining...
Pot, kettle,
Yeah,
you're
I know.
black.
Who is chaining Aes Sedai, de facto chaining Aes Sedai? With or without Idon?
For people who don't know that,
Oh, yes. Go ahead. Explain that. I realized, yes.
it's like the pot telling the kettle that they're black. They're both
the pot
black
calling
things.
the kettle black,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, but I was
That
just,
may be an American idiom. I don't know.
I was realizing
So to
that...
clarify,
yeah.
it's saying it's pointing out of something that is true about the other person that is also true about yourself.
Yeah. Become recently cognizant once again of the fact that we have international users considering I was foresee beans on toast at WatCon.
They were great. Well, they were better than I expected.
They were, you know what? I think I was robbed of the full experience because
You had to eat them
I
on
had to eat them on
gluten-free toast,
gluten-free toast. But here's my thing. I think that my taste buds were gaslit into wanting it to be good. Do you know what I mean?
So, Egwene,
It was like SpaghettiOs on toast.
it was kind of.
Yeah, which I didn't hate.
Well, you know what's
but was
funny?
unexpected.
I will dip a grilled cheese in SpaghettiOs.
You know? And
I don't know what it is about the cheese that bridges the gap for me.
maybe we needed cheese. Food for thought. Well, and then what was hilarious was we got an extra can of beans.
Yes.
And then when we were getting on the plane,
Sulin.
I don't know if we told
Sulin,
anyone about this.
You may know Sulin from Twitter. was kind enough to bring us 2 cans of Heinz beans.
Which we really appreciated.
Which was
I was
incredibly
just teasing about the gaslighting.
And we ate one of the cans at WalkCon because I was like, well, there's no way we're letting this pass without eating them with Sulin. We took one of them home, but we didn't check bags. So I put one of these cans of beans in my carry-on, which of course was then flagged by security. And the TSA pulls my bag and they go, I got something in there. It looks like it's a cylinder. And I go, yeah, it's a can of beans. And the guy looks at me and goes, it's a what?
What?
I go, it's a joke. I had a can of beans as a joke and I brought it with me.
And meanwhile, I've left.
and the guy opens up my suitcase. He goes, where's the beans? And I go, they're in my shoe. And he pulls the beans out and he looks at him and he looks at me and I go, I mean, it's okay. If it was more of a joke. You can take them if you need. And then he's not sure what to do with the beans. So he goes over to the special security counter and he flags down his supervisor and I can't hear what they're saying, but he's talking and she kind of furrows her brow and he just holds up the beans and she kind of looks at him and then she flags another guy over and he comes and he looks at the beans and she picks up the can and turns it around and looks at it from all sides and they look at each other and she nods at him and gives him the beans and he walks back over to me and he goes, all right, you can keep your joke beans.
And you know he told that story to other people.
I'm sure he did.
He told that story. You know, have you ever wondered if you're like featured in another stranger's story?
I have no doubt that
I have
day
no
I was.
doubt that this guy is going to repeat that. Your joke beans.
So Elayne.
Wait, can I tell one
Yeah.
quick story? Have I told the story about my sister at TSA?
Yes, I believe so. But you can tell it again if you want. Yes, go ahead.
The handcuff story? So my sister is a very proper gal. She's very, like, put together. It's rare that you see her ruffled. And the two of us are in high school, and it was just after Halloween, and she was a cop for Halloween. And this woman flags her bag, and she goes, oh, is there something wrong? And the TSA agent goes, girl, you have handcuffs in your bag. And she goes, oh, well, I was a cop for Halloween. That's why that they're in there, because it's my school bag and I had the handcuffs as,
Costume.
And she goes, what you do on your time is your business, but you can't have handcuffs in your bag. And it was so funny.
Amazing.
It was so funny. Anyway, best story of the TSA, other than the joke beans.
All right, so Egwene leaves, and Elayne is like, what the fuck? Rand wouldn't do some shit like that. And she thinks about the veins of gold again, because she feels them. And then she's like, all right, time to wake the fuck up. And she wakes the fuck up. How's it going? How's things?
Fine.
Yeah.
I mean, not fine because of what's-his-face, Mr. Me Too.
She and Avienda are sleeping together.
Really?
Not in a fun way.
Oh.
Just, just in a bed. And she like pokes her in the ribs, and Avienda just whips it out. Her
Really?
knife. She whips her knife out, or she tries to. So anyway, yeah, they slept in because they were up late.
Really?
No, I'm just gonna keep breaking your heart over this. Anyway,
Heartbroken. But headcanon still strong.
So
Ride with the lesbians.
What
Will
happens?
the lesbians ride alone?
What's
No, because they're lesbians. There's usually two lesbians.
What's the haps? What do they
don't
get up?
ride alone.
That's funny. They have breakfast. Avienda has a big ass breakfast. Cured ham, raisins, eggs cooked with dried plums, dried fish prepared with pine nuts,
Stop. I can only get so horny.
fresh bread slathered with butter, tea made syrupy with honey. What does Elayne get?
She is bullshit.
She gets shit.
If I were pregnant and someone was like, you can have broths, I would murder them.
Yeah, she gets dry bread.
I would murder. If I had magical powers and I was pregnant, someone was like, here's broths, I would murder that person dead so fast. They wouldn't even realize they'd been murdered when they were murdered.
So she gets dry broths,
Murder.
weak tea, and
Murder.
a thin porridge.
Murder should be legal in some cases.
So Ali, what the fuck is going on?
Elayne hopefully murders all these people.
Why is she getting all this shitty food?
Because she's pregnant.
Does this line up with
No, it doesn't.
that you have ever heard
No,
about?
it's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Why is this happening?
Because Robert Jordan doesn't know anything about being pregnant and didn't Google it.
Either that or he's making a point, but I don't know.
About what?
I couldn't tell
Torturing pregnant women?
you. Is this like some historic...
I would cry so hard while I was murdering everyone.
Is this like something where in the Middle Ages they thought pregnant women should eat like shit?
Well, I know that they thought women shouldn't exercise because your uterus would fall out. So
Good
it
Lord.
sounds like stupid shit that they would think.
Anyway, so, she's basically eating nothing fun.
Murder.
Every single
Murder
person...
even if I'm not pregnant.
Every single person in the palace knows she's pregnant, and she's mostly embarrassed because that means everybody in the palace knows she got nutted in.
Which is the most embarrassing part of being pregnant, objectively.
Yes, and I said that in the most gross way I could think on purpose.
It is the most embarrassing thing about being pregnant.
Whether they accepted or deprecated the situation, half looked at her as though she were a hoyden, and the other
What's
half...
a hoyden?
I have no idea. Let's use the function on the Kobo to look it up.
A hoyden.
Derivatives, hoydenish, late 16th century.
A boisterous girl.
A boisterous girl, okay.
Well, that is a lot less offensive than a whore, which
Yeah.
is where I thought that was
And the other
going.
half with speculation. And then Doyle and Mellar comes in, and there's just this weird fuzzy noise. Because he's great.
Bleep, 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 bleep. Trying to do the harp noise.
The two...
Wait, I gotta try again. Bloom, 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 bloom.
That's going on the soundboard. That's good. The two guardswomen...
Wait, that's for when we are like, it's really bad, we're gonna skip it.
The two guardswomen standing one on either side of the doors grimaced faintly. Millar already had a reputation for pinching guardswomen's bottoms.
Bloom, bloom, bloom.
It gets worse. Not to mention disparaging their abilities in the city's taverns.
It's gonna just get worse and worse.
Yeah.
It's just gonna get more and more shrill. It's gonna be like bloom, bloom, bloom.
He's like, hey, why don't you let me recruit some men, because women are bad at everything. And she's like, oh man, does he know about the rumors that I'm letting circulate that he got all up in my guts? Okay, so she oh Jesus God. So he tries to leave, and she rose to follow him, and as he pulled one of the lion-carved doors open, she laid a hand on his arm and smiled. "Thank you again for saving my life, Captain," she said. And Avienda is like, what the fuck are you doing? And then Elayne says the worst thing. I saw a maid passing, Avienda. Oh wait, she's British. I saw a maid passing, Avienda. Maids gossip worse than men. The more who think this child is Doyle Millar's, the safer it will be. If necessary, I'll let the man pinch my bottom. Is this the sound that goes through your head whenever you read this character?
So he's gonna write it and be like, I was sleeping and she woke me up, and I'm gonna be like, why were you sleeping? Why were you sleeping? Are you not entertained?
I guess some people find our voices soothing. And
Wrong.
They re-listen.
Not today. Good morning.
No, but I think this is really sweet. Some people re-listen to old episodes to help them fall asleep.
Wait, that's so cute.
That is the sweetest thing.
I love you so much.
So,
Sleep well, little babies. Mwah.
So anyway, Halwyn Nori comes in. How's he?
Fine.
Yeah, he's fine. He's like, yeah, hey, we got some money now. We had less before.
It's fucking alum.
Oh my God, you know it is. You know what fucking time it is.
It's fucking alum again.
Master Hartley and Mistress Enscale were somewhat hesitant at first, but they know the market for alum as well as I.
Well, you have to do the market for alum noise.
Da-da-da-da. That one?
You did that much better than I did the harp.
Well, I did it in the Mockingjay episode.
You did it
too.
much better than I did the harp.
It is a mineral. It is often used as a base for dyes, among other things.
I'm bored. I'm so bored.
Somebody actually sent us a really interesting...
Lovingly.
Somebody sent us some like really interesting historical context on alum. I got to read it again. It's been a minute. Very fascinating stuff, actually, about alum. I can't believe I said that, but it's true.
Is it fascinating to
so
me?
It gets more
or
exciting.
It fascinating
it gets
to
much
you?
more exciting because
those are different.
They're like they all have a big fucking like party over the alum for about 18 pages.
I mean, sure.
And then that's not true.
As
and
they
then
must.
and then Elayne goes, "Next, Master Nori." And he goes, "I fear the sewers must be given a high priority, my lady. The rats are breeding in them as if it were spring." And okay, so they talk.
Okay, I'm glad we get to talk about shit.
They talk about economics.
Literally.
They talk about rumors. Rainey Harper comes in. They talk about the succession. How's the succession going?
Like kind of middling.
Ali, big fucking news.
What?
John Skellett is in the pay of House
John
Aran.
Cena is in the pay, is in the pay of House Aran.
Yeah, John Cena is in the pay of House Aran.
It's John Cena.
They have a bunch of spies. They keep throwing the spies out. And I'm sorry, they don't.
I'm sorry, I know everything you said is factually incorrect, actually.
They don't throw the spies out. They just start feeding them false information.
Well, okay, if you're going to have to keep the spies, then that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Give them that falsy.
So some merchants come in. Yeah, then they leave. Okay, and then more merchants come in, and then they leave. She's holding court. You know the one scene in Emperor's New Groove where like the peasant comes in and is like, "I want food." It's basically that, but less happens.
Flip the page.
Dylan is like, "Hey, you've got to take long walks every day now that you're pregnant."
Literally, this sounds like torture camp for pregnant women.
So basically,
what is
like
this?
everybody is fretting over Elayne, and she is like, "I want everybody to die."
Here's the thing. I will be doing the exact opposite things when I'm pregnant. I will get to eat everything I want that isn't strictly prohibited, and I will get to lie my ass wherever I want.
Marilla comes back. She wants to go talk to her. Marilla like, "Hey, what's up? Apparently there's a shitload of Borderlanders in the woods."
And I was like, oh, here we go. Here we go. Borderlanders. This is very exciting.
And Mellar...
We heard about them like 3 books ago.
Yeah, that 1 book ago. Mellar is there, and Marilla's like, "Yeah, man, I don't know. They're not doing so good. I think they're running out of food a little bit, but, I don't know, man. We might need to... Why did you do that?
I don't know. I'm like, people are starving. Ba-na-na-na.
Got him. It's over
because they need her now.
200,000. The numbers keep getting bigger.
Of starving people.
Yes.
Ba-na-na-na.
Something over 200,000, I should say, and I very much doubt anyone but their own officers could be more accurate than that. Even hungry, that's a great many swords. And there's at least 10
And Elaine's like,
now.
okay, I can't get them to fight for me. Probably.
Yeah. So like, what do we get
and
from
she's
this?
like, but what I could do is do the Pedronile tactic.
Yes, and also the King of Geldan tactic.
Where she's like, okay, so I'm going to have them pretend like they're going to attack, and then I'm going to come and be like, not on my watch, pal. Boom, 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 boom. But I'm really like boxing the air, but it looks like I'm boxing them.
Yeah.
And I'm going to kick their little heinies.
Yeah.
And they're going to be like, oh no, Elaine's the best ruler ever.
They're not going to fight. She's just like, I'm just going to, hey, can you guys
but
just
like she's going to basically be like, get out of my place, I mean it. And they're going to be like, oh shit, Elaine's scary. We don't want to mess with her. You should probably elect her, though.
Yeah.
The Holy Roman Empress or whatever.
Pretty much.
And then they hightail it out of there, and Elaine's got so much support from everybody that she gets to be queen.
That's the long and the short of it, yeah. Is like basically she's going to be like, I'm going to use this army.
And that essentially
and
also
support.
Summarizes what happens next chapter, where
exactly
they agree to do that.
Chapter.
Great
yes.
episode, everybody.
Yeah, so she's like, hey, I have an idea. Let's do that. I'm gonna go talk. They knew too much for delay. Nothing could be allowed to threaten her child. Nothing.
I know what's threatening your child. Broths.
Anyway, that's the end of chapter 26. Chapter 27, Ali. To surprise queens and kings. That's the logo. What do you have?
Lion.
Do you have? Yes. No notes, right?
No.
Okay. All right. Let's get it.
You know who's there?
is. Avienda's like, this is a terrible fucking idea. This is the worst idea you've ever had. You're dumber than hell. And Brigitte is like, I agree. Elayne, you're stupider than mud. You're wise. The girl wouldn't know wise if it bit her on the nose. Why this rush? Let Marillily do what greys do. Arrange a parlay in a few days or a week. Queens hate being surprised, and kings despise it. Believe me, I know it to my cost. They find ways to make you regret it. And Elayne goes, I want to catch them by surprise, Brigitte. It might help me to find out just how much they know about me. Ali is buttoning and unbuttoning the buttons on my Henley while I talk.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I'm ADHD,
Yeah.
in case you found out today.
So Elayne is like, I'm not going to have an escort. It's just you and Avienda. Because Avienda and I are never separate. Ever. We're like best friends. We're like roommates. And we were
sometimes
roommates.
kiss each other, but in a best friend kind of way.
I love these Tumblr posts and tweets I see where like these people remembering this one time in high school that a girl was like, well, you know, if gay marriage were legal, everybody would just marry girls. And everybody was like, excuse? Everybody? She goes, yeah, I mean, I would absolutely marry a girl if I could.
Everyone would marry a girl if they could.
And the straight girls were like, we would? You sure?
Yeah, everyone would marry a girl if they could.
This was, of course, 20 years ago. Okay, yeah, so
I wonder what she's doing today. Probably fucking women.
I hope so. Mellor
I hope so.
is like, oh yeah, I'm going to stay behind. Fuck that. I don't want to go to that. For whatever reason. No, none of them would know him. So, I don't know. What happens, Ali? Help me out here.
She goes to the place.
Yeah.
She meets Tenobia.
Yeah.
She thinks rude thoughts about Tenobia's nose. If you have a big nose, you're beautiful.
Yeah.
Don't give a shit what anyone says. Fuck Eurocentric beauty standards. Anyway, so then she talks to Tenobia. Tenobia like gets annoyed with her because she's like, because Elayne says, thanks for summoning me today to talk about Rand. And Tenobia's like, we didn't summon you. You came here. And Tenobia's like, oh, and Brigitte and Avienda the whole way are like, you shouldn't go. You're pregnant. You shouldn't go. This is dumb. There could be other Aes Sedai there who are, Elida's people. And she's like, shut up. I already sent Marillily with the note that said I was coming. So it'd be really awkward if I didn't come. So I'm going. Sorry. But yeah, so Tenobia's like all annoyed. And then Elayne is like, well, you wanted to talk about Rand. Why? And then they don't. Wait, I'm summarizing.
Okay.
What? Okay.
I just want to interject one really funny line. They're both fretting over her on the way in, and she goes, when my child is born, you can both apply to be her wet nurse. I myself do not need a wet nurse.
Period.
All right,
Okay,
go on,
so
go on.
then, but I do need something that's not fucking broth.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let this go. I am anti-broth. Well, actually, broths are nice.
Great.
Broths are nice.
Just by itself?
Ew.
When you're growing another human?
Also not healthy, I don't think. Right? Like, you need nutrients. And, like, broth only has so much nutrients.
Broth's great if you've got an upset tummy.
It's bone juice.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, if she was, like, throwing up all the time, then maybe broth might be a good option. But she's not. She's chilling.
Yep.
She's, like, a little tired. That's it. And you know what? I'm a little tired now.
I'm a little tired all the time.
And again, if someone tried to just feed me broth, I'd kill them. So Let's see. So
they're like, we can talk about Rand.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
that.
She's like, why do you want to talk to Rand? And I'm kind of like, I don't know, maybe because he's the fucking Dragon Reborn. But they're like, we have our reasons that we're keeping to ourselves because we're sneaky sneaks. And she's like, okay, cool. And then she kind of proposes to them this idea of, hey, I'll let you talk to Rand. And also, Tenobia, you can see your Uncle Davram for whatever reason you're so excited to see your Uncle Dav.
Oh, don't forget, Tenobia has almost purple eyes.
Oh, fantasy eyes. Necessary. So then, yeah, and of course, Elayne spares a moment to think about the fact that Tenobia is not that attractive, which
and
is so
Tenobia
helpful.
is kind of racist against Avienda.
Oh, yeah, that
She
too.
goes, under the light, Marilily Sedai, I know you speak truth, but she looks more a child than an Aes Sedai. You did not mention she would be bringing a black-eyed Aiel.
Racist.
They might have black. No,
Okay,
wait,
in that case-
Avienda goes, black? My eyes are not black. I never saw black eyes except on a peddler until I crossed the dragon wall. She's like, what the fuck? That doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't make sense. Racism doesn't make sense. But, so, okay. So, yeah, so then she's like, okay, I'll let you see Rand and Daddy Dav if you pretend like you're going to attack us and then don't. And then and Shinobi's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then all the other people are like, no, I see what you're doing. This is clever. And then they explain it to Tenobia because Tenobia is the young. And then Tenobia suddenly has respect for Elayne in her eyeballs, in their purplish eyeballs. And Elaine's like, I've won this round. And then at some point she also asks, like, do you have any Aes Sedai with you? But she does it in like some kind of like chillish way. Mm-hmm. And they immediately like freeze up and are like, we've seen a lot of magic people around. And she's like, okay, so yes. But you're being weird about it, which makes you go, weird that they're being weird about it.
Oh, they also ask her, like, hey, where do you fall on this whole tower split thing?
Oh, and she's like, I mean, I'm literally carrying Rand's baby. But she doesn't say that. She just goes, oh, you know, where I fall.
Pretty much, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's kind of the whole thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Yeah, honestly, like, there's not a lot I have to add.
Oh,
to
no,
that.
and then she goes home.
And there's an army coming, yes.
And there's an army coming. Theoretically not, and she starts going like, well, because she starts to like want to go to sleep, which is relatable at all times.
Yeah.
Frankly, I want to go to sleep every moment, pretty much. But that's called fibromyalgia, otherwise known as sleepiest girl in the world disease.
It is.
So yeah. So I related to this 100%. And then she was like, which is also funny talking to some of my friends / family members who are pregnant, where they're like talking about the first trimester and they're like, oh, you get so tired in the first trimester. And I'm like, I can't relate to that. I'm like, would it be different to me? I don't know. Could I get more tired? I don't know. But
So
wait.
I'm sorry.
So then Noli or whatever his name is.
Halwyn, yes, Nori. Halwyn Nori.
I was so close. Okay, so then
Noel is the other guy.
Grassy Noli.
Noel is the gnarled old man with Matt.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
The one who's totally not Jane Farstrader.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So the nori, like the sushi.
Yes.
There we go.
There you go.
I remember that. Nori flips out like a fish.
Huh?
And he's like, you wouldn't believe what I sushi. Wait, sushi. Wait, yeah. I'm so trying to make
it works to me because you put your hand over your eyes, but they can't see that when you say sushi.
Okay, well, we see sushi see.
Okay, yes.
Okay, I'm so tired.
You're good. This is good.
I have 4 parents. I'm splitting my time. Anyway, so everyone wants me. Anyway, so all the divorced kids are like, I see you right now. Anyway,
So she wants to take a nap, but Halwyn Nori
the fish.
is like...
yo, there's an army coming. And she's like, my nap gotta wait. And that's what I was trying to do.
You couldn't believe what I can hamachi. Never mind. Hamachi is whitefish. I like it. It didn't work. I give up.
You know what? I thought that pun was real rice.
What?
Like nice. We're not killing it with the puns today. We're sucking.
We wiped ourselves out with the Katsuane puns. All right.
We're done. Okay. Well, anyway, so Sushi Guy, he's like, we need to Sushi go deal with this army. You know, like the board game?
Yeah, okay.
There we go. I got one. I got one. Okay, so they ride out. Oh, wait, no, they don't go anywhere.
It just kind of stops.
And then she's like, oh, no.
And then
it's probably like one of my enemies. Or it could also be this army that I just talked to. Yeah. One of the two things is possible. We'll find out.
End of chapter.
Cliffhanger. And as you know, the Wheel of Time doesn't have cliffhangers.
Allie, let me tell you something. I'm going to give you a little preview. Do you want to know how much Elayne there is in the rest of this book?
How much?
None.
What?
That's it.
No.
That's it. That's where we leave things for this book.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I don't want to hear a single motherfuck complain about cliffhangers in the TV show ever the fuck again. If they do, I'm going to be like, oh, okay. Matt was under a wall for a book and a half. And Elayne with the army shit. No.
Well, don't forget also, Egwene, here we go. Siege time.
I'm going to slap somebody upside the head. I'm going to slap somebody on X upside the head. I know.
I will never not call it Twitter. The only thing I will dead name is Twitter. That is the only thing I will dead name.
I stand by that.
Yeah. So, anyway, the Borderlanders are like, yeah, we want to find Rand, man. That fucking shithead isn't paying attention to us. And what are we going to do when we find him? Who knows? Play the X-Files sound. Dun 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 dun.
I kind of love us doing. Between this and the violin, or like me doing the harp, I want people to come back in. You know, sometimes when we sing on the podcast, people will message us to be like, "Your voices are so beautiful." How fucking hysterical would it be if people were like, "Just a gentle reminder, your voices are so beautiful."
I will not believe it this time.
You're fake.
Yes, they're like, hey man, Rand isn't giving us our, and Tenobia is like, what's up with everything you said. I don't think I have anything to add.
No, I accurately just described that entire chapter.
Yeah, you really did.
In a rare display of memory.
Okay, what do you think of that?
Here's my thing. I think that it's going to be the army that she just fucking talked to and said, hey, can you come to Camelin for me? And that's going to be it.
I mean, could be.
Pretty positive that's what it's going to be.
What's the other option?
She gets fucking attacked and bodies them. It's Elayne. Well, we won't know until book 11.
Hey, there's Crossroads of Twilight coming up.
Nothing happens in that book. Everyone has told me that.
There's some things that happen.
What? Name one.
I can't. At least two things happen in that book. Oh yeah, Brigitte keeps carrying her and...
in a totally super
say,
heterosexual way.
Word starts arriving immediately after she left to go talk to the Borderlanders that the 4 small armies were...
They are...
coming.
Prompt. That's it.
20 or 30,000 men.
They're prompt.
And they don't know who it is.
Well, she's
like, all right, motherfuckers, let's get ready for a siege. Batten down the fucking hatches. We're going to do this. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to give speeches. We're going to do it.
I don't believe it.
It's going to be badass. Anybody who wants to get out of the city, get out of the city now. Here we go. It's time.
Get out of the city and go where?
Anywhere. There was no time for sleep, no time for weariness. She had a city to defend. Which admittedly is kind of a bit...
You know what?
That is actually kind of a badass way to end off the section.
That was super badass.
Yeah.
That was super badass.
Because it's like, I guess, what was her plot this book?
Get almost assassinated and then basically hire the guy who orchestrated your assassination?
Yes. Okay, well, it was try to prevent civil war, and now there might be a civil war. So she failed, I guess. But it is kind of all of a sudden out of,
But maybe it'll be cool and totally awesome.
It might be. You know what? I like that ending. I will say, for all the shit we just pulled
cool with it.
about cliffhangers, I do kind of like that ending.
I'm just saying that if one person comes to me whining about cliffhangers.
But is it a hook or a cliffhanger? It's kind of a hook.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah, it's a hook.
You're right. All right. But the Matt Wall thing.
The Matt Wall thing was
Give
a
me the
cliffhanger.
Matt Wall thing.
That was a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
And I think by the way, do you think we're going to get any Elayne Tower Siege this book?
No.
Now
I'm giving up.
I wish were not the case. But hey, we must get some in Crossroads, right? And I bet it's going to be, don't take your phone screen protector off. She is angrily, no, I put that on for you. Oh.
I put it back. But I just needed to demonstrate how.
Hold on, it.
Oh no, did I fuck it up?
Yeah, a little bit. That's
Fix
okay.
it, please.
It'll be all right.
No, I didn't fuck it up.
It's just got bubbles all over it now.
No, you just smooth them out. Have you never bubbled your phone case before?
Not deliberately.
And the bubbles.
Nah.
It's fun. It's like you chase it out.
Okay.
You chase the air away.
Allie, what do you think? What's
but the
coming
reason
up?
why I angrily uprooted my
It's because
phone
you're worried
screen.
that there's not going to be any Elayne Tower Siege in Crossroads?
Yes.
What if it's awesome? What if this is all the greatest gaslighting of all? I got the entire extended community to convince you that this book sucks when it's a banger.
I would reevaluate
Straight
everything in our
banger.
marriage.
What if
You would
what if
be
you open
the
Crossroads in
greatest-
Twilight and the first thing that happens is like, boom, fucking Gallad's back.
That would be yellow wallpaper level
I don't know
gaslighting.
why that would be good.
That would be jury duty level gaslighting.
So anyway, that was short, but the battery.
But sweet, and we love you.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Sweet dreams.
We have social
pigeons.
media if you want to know what we've got going on. It's linked down below. We also have a Patreon if you want to support us that way. It's patreon.com/realtakes. You can always leave us a rating and a review if you want. That helps. Other than that, Al, anything else?
Bloom, 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 bloom.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Bye. You got to say it too.
Bye.
Okay.